You know, my last video went over so well. I figured I'd follow it up with something way less controversial. Generative AI.
You serious?
Okay, so I could spend a lot of time talking about the ethics of generative AI, pros and cons, what the future holds, blah blah blah. But listen, there's any number of videos out there about this topic, so let me just say that the genie's already out of the bottle, and generative AI is here to stay whether you like it or not. And I tend to like it. Sometimes. I think generative AI has a place in filmmaking, though not to actually do the filmmaking. You might disagree with me on this, but I think we're a long ways off from ever having an AI film that can compete with what humans are able to accomplish. Machines simply cannot replicate the depths of human emotion and thought. So what place does generative AI have in filmmaking? Like all of technology, generative AI can be a helpful tool to achieve better storytelling. There's plenty of ways you could use it in the development process. And there's some exciting ways AI could be used to help with visual effects in post-production. But for this video though, I wanted to float an idea I've been thinking about a lot lately that could be an interesting use for generative AI. Remaking old films. There's all type of restoration processes that have been developed over the years, ranging from rescanning film negatives to colorization of old black and white films. And AI has already been used to create high-definition versions of some older media, though not without some disastrous results. But AI models are getting better, and I think the use of it will only improve, which makes me think that in the future, we could very well see high-quality restoration projects that restore and improve older films. Imagine Stagecoach in a high definition and colorized in a way you've never seen before, or an early Marx Brothers comedy, introducing those kings to a brand new generation. While there's already been a Nosferatu remake, a new restoration of the original Nosferatu could be a really neat way to present that iconic silent film. His Girl Friday with a young Cary Grant is actually a public domain film. It could be a project ripe for this type of experimentation. I don't really have the time to really invest in doing it myself, but here's a quick example of what I imagine someone could do.
What it is, it's an engagement ring.
Engagement ring?
The best way of going about this would be for movie studios that own the rights to these films to take an interest in restoring and enhancing them, and then reintroducing them to the public. This is where you could make use of generative AI in an ethical way. Stop it. I told you I wasn't going to get into that, but I do think it would be important to retain the original, just like it is, with no enhancements. You know, for the purists.
Why, divorce doesn't mean anything nowadays, Hildy. Just a few words mumbled over you by a judge.
But who am I kidding? We all know what generative AI is for, and it's not for restoring old movies. It's for remaking the opening intro to your favorite Disney animated series as if it were made by Pixar today. So what do you think? Would you be open to seeing restored and enhanced older movies? Or does the very thought of generative AI fill you with so much rage that you need to take a mental health day just to recover? Let me know in the comments.